a time you had to, break the rules, or you did a little something wrong you shouldn't have and had to pay the price for it, whether it be a spanking, whether it be a firm talking to, you let me know. And the reason why I'm asking is because parents have done a public apology for a viral moment they had, and they do it on a certain app that you may or may not know. Jamie, you're gonna go last. Just kidding. She got a little nervous there. She thought she was, no, nothing. All right, anyways, Addison, you're up.
I think I've told this story before. I supposedly took a picture of someone's mom.
Oh my God, I remember this.
Yeah.
You tell here? What? Did you tell on this show?
Yeah, I think so. But I could reiterate quickly.
All right.
I was it was at a senior fair at my high school, which is where all the seniors put together their projects so they can graduate. I was a junior, so I was helping out someone else. And there was a fat kid dancing, Damien, who was a friend of mine, so I was trying to record him. And then this woman with her little kid walked into the shots, and I put my phone down. Right. Some guy comes over to me, goes, "Hey, bro. Yo, I saw your phone pointed over there. You think that girl's hot?" I go, yeah, man. Yeah, who are you? So I just felt inclined to just go along with you.
Yeah, you're just whatever.
Yo, man, you got a picture? You need it? I'm like, yeah, man, you have no idea. He goes, oh, okay. Yo, he said, yeah. I was like, wait, what? The kid's that was someone's mom who was like over there. And now I have to apologize for something I didn't do, but he thinks I did.
Did you at least show him the video?
Yeah, it was a fat kid dancing.
Yeah.
But he didn't buy it. He didn't care.
What did he say after that?
Nothing. He hated me, gave me the death stare. Basically, for the longest time, this guy wanted to kill me. So I guess that was the price I paid.
Was it his mom?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, that would make more sense if it was his mom.
Yeah. No, I wasn't getting mad for like someone else's mom.
Bro was
you ever heard the story before, Jim? You don't remember?
I briefly remember it.
I remember it like it's night and day. It was one of the hilarious things I've ever heard. Because only you would get the situation.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
and you avoid it. You cut your hair and everything.
Yeah, I cut my hair. I changed my appearance. I left the fire department.
Did you ever see that guy ever again?
No, never again. And
you want to get in there.
And he has mutual, we have mutual friends too. And I always ask, so how's he doing? He goes, he's good. I'm like, does he still hate me? He goes, he doesn't hate you. He just doesn't want to see you again. I'm like, I can understand that.
Oh my God. You never cleared it up? He never believed you afterwards?
No, I tried to. And then I tried to apologize to him 2 days later. He goes, bro, just go away. Just get out of here. I'm like, bro, I just want to let you know I did. He goes, I don't care.
I don't understand. It's just like, it's not even real. So why is he so butthurt?
Because in his head,
he'll never see it.
In his head, he won't see it any other way. His friends saw me with my phone recording his mom, and that will never break. Trust me. When you're a guy and your mom, if you're a girl looking at it, if someone took a picture of your mom, you're not going to get as defensive as if it was I don't know. Guys have this thing with their moms where they get ultra defensive.
I guess it's like a protection thing.
I know exactly what Ash is talking about.
It's like a protection thing. It's like a weird.
So bizarre.
That's why guys get really weird. Like when you start coming in, you can say anything in the book, they're not phased.
Yeah,
like you talk about their moms, like flip. They go ape.
Talk about my dad. Anytime you want my mom.
Leave my mother out of this.
When you talk about my mother, something got a problem.
Leave my mother out of this.
So that was it. So he just doesn't want to see me.
Jamie, you just won't get it.
He says we're good. He just doesn't want to see me anymore. So that's okay.
Shout out to that guy. Hopefully he's hearing and he's listening. That again.
I apologize again,
man.
It was a fat kid dancing. If it was earlier,
your mom was in the way. All right, that's all I had to say about that.
If it was 2005, the video would have went viral.
James, you're so different. Aisha, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, all right? Because again, 2 parents at the public apologize for their viral moment.
Okay, in my freshman year of high school, I was a really, really good math student.
Of
A's,
course.
hundreds, all the time.
Quick flex.
A's and I did it the same thing, aren't they?
What? Yeah, basically.
Got him. Good
and
job,
I was taking a math test. It was second period, and I had no idea. I thought I was gonna fail it.
Yeah.
And I needed to get 100 because I got 100 on everything.
Sure, because you just need to be the best.
I just
for some
needed
reason.
to.
No one asked you to, but you gotta be perfect.
I needed to, and my friend took the test first period. And I think she had the test with her.
You cheated?
So I wrote on my calculator, I wrote down the freaking answers.
Oh, wow. In the calculator too? Oh, that's devious.
Wait, you asked your friend to do that? Because your friend had it earlier?
She had it, so she showed me it.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, I'm just going to write down the answers. I didn't even use them during the test.
This was in high school, right?
You didn't?
Freshman year. I didn't even use them during the test, but she took my calculator, and because I was having a problem with it, and she saw it.
Oh Oh.
But I didn't even use it because it was easy to do.
Why'd you take your calculator? Because
I don't remember.
You forgot that you had that on the calculator and you
and
asked
she
her for
took
help?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I didn't even use it, and she took my calculator.
You self-sold. That's rough. So what'd you do?
Self-reported.
You know, she didn't give me a 0. She gave me a 50.
What?
So I was like, honestly,
Wow.
That was generous. Most people would just say, nope, you're done.
You know why? She probably knew that you didn't need it anyway.
so that's the time I have.
So how'd you explain this to your parents? Because if you're coming home with the
no.
hundreds, that 50 affects your grade a lot, I assume.
You know, it didn't like hurt me too much.
How is that possible?
It was fine.
Did your
Wow.
parents like get mad?
They ever find out?
Did they know?
I think she called my mom. I don't know. I don't really care.
Well, shout out to his mom
I
for
don't
not
really
getting
care.
that mad.
But yeah, that was
It must have been.
I'm really
a
surprised.
time.
You-
embarrassing.
Nah,
Oh my
that's
God.
terrible. What did
That
your teacher
was
say to you?
embarrassing.
Did you like called you over and said talk to
She
me
like
after?
didn't say anything. She literally walked to her office. I was like,
Probably worse.
That's
I
She's
think.
probably
Stone cold.
disappointed
and I
in
went
you.
to her
That's
office.
stone cold.
Nothing. Didn't say anything.
She was disappointed in you.
I was like, oh my god.
I'd be disappointed in you too.
Stone cold.
I was like, bro.
That's crazy.
Stone cold.
James,
So don't do that.
don't do that, guys.
Don't
cheat.
cheat in school.
No cheating in school. That's a no-no.
Obviously.
James, before I ask you this again,
Yeah.
two viral parents. Just kidding. They're not viral. They're nobodies. Two
Right.
parents have to apologize for their viral moment. I'm gonna ask you. You ever got in trouble? You ever did a little little oopsie that you're not allowed to do? Little broke the rules. Little rebellious side.
Yeah.
You look quite rebellious, James.
I guess I am a bit. I don't know. Should I tell the club?
Just do it
I
now.
wanna
That
hear
you're
the
at
I don't know who you're
story.
asking.
I wanna
don't
hear
know
the
who you're
FBI
asking.
story.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get too specific, but long story short, me and my cousin,
Right.
who will remain unnamed,
Sure.
we wanted to like mess around on Club Penguin Island.
Okay.
And you know, like it's a free game, so we just like install it on our iPads. We just hop on. This was years ago.
Sure.
We hop on. We start saying the most out of pocket things, like things that like.
Things are quite vulgar.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say just vulgar,
guidelines.
but like they would literally like, I don't know, like if we were joking, but they take these things very seriously, and we said something that was not very
family friendly.
yeah, and they thought, oh, well, we know it's probably a joke, but we should probably check up on this anyway. They sent an FBI agent to my house.
Wow.
Wait,
Showed up at my front door.
Yep. So James said something that was
What did you
questionable.
say? Threaten a
What was,
penguin?
like,
I didn't threaten a penguin. I said something like as a joke, but it was like very edgy.
against what? A person?
It wasn't against a person. I just like made a statement on the thing. We made a statement, like a little thing. Like we were just saying the most random things, a whole bunch of things. And this one in particular garnered the FBI to show up at my door.
what did your parents say to that?
Good question. Good question.
I tried to play it off like, no, it wasn't me, but it was totally
When they
me.
heard it was for Club Penguin, they can't believe a Fed actually showed up to their doorstep.
But I was baffled too. I was like, this is for Club Penguin, dog?
What do you look like, this FBI agent, if you don't mind me asking? Are you allowed to tell me? Just
they in,
kidding.
like,
I
a
don't
suit?
care. Tell me anyway.
It was very like informal. The guy just showed up.
No, there wasn't like a
explain-
van ready to take your computers away?
No?
No.
Just a guy who dared to check up and make sure everything was okay.
all he had was the receipts in his hand of what was read in
He
chat.
had to put the chat log
the
and brought it to you?
Yeah, he just brought it to me. And
How
he-
long
Chris
did he
Hansen.
stay at your house?
it was like maybe like 15 minutes, and I was like, oh my god,
It was
you
just
know.
a checkup, I
Our
guess.
decoy is pretending
It's
to be
like,
a penguin.
I just messed around, man. I just installed the thing.
Now
you know?
what did-
Dude,
what
I
did-
bet your
said something
parents
so bad. They
My-
usually just ban you.
To
Like,
catch a
why would they
penguin.
send an agent to your house?
well,
They just ban you from the website.
I don't know if they did ban me. I feel like they probably
Probably
did.
did both.
I feel like
They
your
probably did,
parents-
but that's the thing is I didn't hop on after that. So they
What did your parents say about it? Did they punish you? in
My
any way?
dad was like, "You freaking knucklehead!" But now we like laugh about it. We look back on that now
So
and we
you
laugh
didn't get
about
punishing a phone away, computer away.
it. I don't remember, but I know I got a real stern talking to. I know that
Oh,
much.
it's so
Actually,
whack.
I got.
So
Since we're
whack.
speaking of the FBI, you mind if I have a better one?
Go ahead.
I was in the 8th grade. I took my mom's laptop to look at some websites, and
No.
I'm on these websites, and then out of nowhere, the screen goes black, the FBI logo
Oh
pops up,
my
and the
God.
webcam goes on, and I'm
What?
staring at myself with next to an FBI logo on the laptop, and there's a message saying there has been very severe pornographic images downloaded on his computer, which there weren't.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It just
but
doesn't scare you.
my 12-year-old brain was like, the FBI is on the computer. So now my mom, she's outside gardening, and I
my
have
goodness.
to explain. So how do I explain this to
You
her?
didn't just exit everything.
I just
You
went
didn't hit the X on the pop-up ad, bro?
There's no pop-up ad.
No,
The
it takes
screen-
your whole
the
computer.
computer
It's
was
a virus.
It's a
It's a
virus. The
virus.
computer was
It's a virus?
completely taken over by what I thought was the
Now
FBI.
where?
So she's gardening. Now I have to go out there and explain this to her. So I go, Mom? She goes, yeah, what's up? I think there's a virus on the computer. Oh, what happened? I'm like, well, I was on some dirty websites. And she goes,
Did you say
and,
that?
and then she goes, what kind of dirty website? And I gave her the look. Like, what do you think? Like I was looking at sanitation. Like, what do you think? She just gives me a look.
Do you
and
have the talk yet?
yeah, I was in 8th grade.
I don't know.
So we go inside. She sees it and she's looking at herself. She goes, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's you on the computer next to an FBI logo." So she's looking. She goes, "Get that off there." I'm like, "I can't. I really wish I could, but I
my
cannot."
goodness.
So we're looking at it and we do a little research. And at the end, it says, "If you would like to unlock this computer again, you must purchase a cash card thing."
No.
And I'm like,
it's all a scam.
Scam.
But
Yeah.
me, still at 12 years old, I'm like, okay, that's easy. We can just go to 7-Eleven.
No.
I just got my confirmation money. We can get this computer back up and running again.
DDoS.
And then my mom looked at me. She goes, the FBI wouldn't tell you to go to 7-Eleven to pick up a cash card. Then my dad comes home.
Oh,
and he's like, what's
no.
going on, everybody? And then we explain what happened. He goes, are you kidding me? If you're going to watch porn, get your own laptop and screw it up. He
Oh my god!
was just being a very honest man.
Yeah.
Whose laptop
in the
was
moment.
it?
My
His
mom's.
That's
You need
so
to clean
funny.
your cash, bro.
So I do. This is just just one website, just
Malware.
boop, FBI. And then we had to open it up in safe mode. We had to watch this Norton 360 video
Oh my
again
God.
and again and again because you can't just rewind. You have to watch it.
Yeah.
And if you miss it, you have to go rewatch the whole thing again.
wow.
It was a whole process. We got the computer unlocked, and long story short, I got my own laptop
What did you get? Did you get any punishment besides,
with antivirus software.
besides your dad like embarrassing you? I mean, at this point, you got rewarded for this. You got a laptop
Oh, he was
for it.
yeah, no, he was just happy it wasn't the actual FBI. I'm like, yeah, trust me, nothing was illegal. It was
Well,
all
that's better.
regular stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the camera popped on.
It was a Toshiba laptop. It was old. Like, it wasn't meant for that kind of
It wasn't meant for
behavior.
that,
It wasn't
That's a hell of a story, man.
Yeah, so-
Wow. Gardening. Imagine just gardening. You're planting some
Your
carrots.
kid
Hey,
comes
Mom,
out.
enjoy
Hey,
the
Ma, I was
flowers."
watching
I
something.
asked to borrow her laptop 5 minutes ago. Everything was
Just
fine.
5 minutes?
Everything was fine.
5
Everything
minutes.
was fine.
You were only 5 minutes in.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, Mom, can I borrow your laptop? I just got to send something in for school. Yeah.
Jamie, what do you got for us?
Nothing
You ever-
on that tier, I'll tell you
No.
that. I wish. But I remember I got kicked out of class one time because I had some severe hiccups. Have you ever had that before?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So when I hiccup, they're not little small hiccups. They're very loud and they're like that. Yeah.
Like
Like that.
Yeah. But the problem is if I get it once, I get it 3 more times throughout the day.
that? Are they really fast, like in between each other? Like there's no break in between?
They can be, but the problem is when I'm trying to control it, I don't know how because I can't. It's a hiccup.
Yeah.
So I'm in class, I'm in math class, and my friend thought it was really funny about my hiccup. So I'm laughing, but I can't breathe because I'm hiccuping.
No.
And so the teacher's like, "Okay, that's enough," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry." But then like it keeps going because I'm not in control of it. So it gets to the point where he goes, "I want you to go take a walk."
Oof.
I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I want you to just leave the class and come back when you're better." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going
I
to
would
be
have
better.
literally just. I would be like, I have hiccups.
No, that's your invite to go home.
So I was like, I don't know when I'm going to be better. Like, I don't have this on a timer and go, yeah, in 5 minutes, buddy, I'll be back.
Like,
So,
excuse me, I have hiccups. I was having hiccups before the laughter. Come on.
no, that wasn't how it was. But I did go take a walk. And when while I was walking around, a lot of people were like, so what are you doing out of class? I'm like, just hiccuping, the usual. But I came back and I was still doing it. And he just got pissed at me.
Well, he didn't want you to come back until you were done. So that's
Yeah,
your
but, like,
fault.
Hiccups. What are you gonna do
My
about
stuff
that?
was in there, man. Like,
Nah,
what
you
am
had
I-
to. You had to.
That's an
finish.
involuntary response.
You told
Why
me you
didn't
got
anyone
back-
just spook you? Did anyone scare you? Like to get it?
It didn't work. It didn't work.
It doesn't work.
No.
You're immune.
At the time,
Oh,
I
that's the
was.
worst.
But I did get it later on in the day, but it wasn't with that guy. But he was pissed.
Jeez.
Did you ever hiccup again in that class?
I don't remember.
If you did, it probably would have been.
He was mad, though.
So the
Sounded
punishment
like
was
you
just
burned
walk
some
around the room.
bridges.
Dude, I don't even know anybody who gets mad over a hiccup. Like, come on.
So that's all he made you do, is just walk around the room, and then like he didn't give you.
No, he didn't make me walk around the room. He made me walk around the entire
Yeah.
school.
Damn.
It's
and he came
almost-
back and didn't.
And then he was just like, are you done?
Oof.
Wow.
Public embarrassment.
It's almost like he doesn't understand human reflexes.
Like, I don't know, man. It's not my fault.
What subject?
It was math. I hated math.
Of course, it was a math teacher.
But everybody thought it was funny, you know. So they would try.
That's the issue, Jamie.
Oh, that's-
You're not allowed to
They would
have fun in
poke some
school.
You're a distraction to the class.
It was funny.
Well, shout out to your math teacher for making you walk around the whole school to
We were
get your
learning
steps
mortgages, man.
That's
What?
an important class. I'm not gonna lie.
They
That's
didn't
pretty
even
cool to
teach
learn
me that in high school.
Yeah.
Well, you should have been in
That's
mine,
stupid.
and then I would have hiccuped for you.
Again, the reason why I asked Jamie this question was because two parents, after a viral moment, had to publicly apologize for what they did when breaking the rules at a certain place. But before I go into that, I'm gonna go into what my answer is, my little
Yeah.
tale of the day. So when I was in high school, I got in-school suspension for the first time in my life or career. All
What
right.
grade?
I believe I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
And I've never gotten detention before because I was a really good kid and I was always afraid to get in trouble because I was scared of more than the actual school. And what happened was back in when I went to high school, there was this we all got computers, like little laptops, and they were just regular ThinkPads. I forgot what company it's from, but you weren't supposed to. There was a lot of rules that came with it. No downloading of any kind, and there wasn't supposed to be any websites besides your school ones because each teacher had this program called Dino. So people would download VPNs, which if you don't know what they are, basically they get rid of this app called Dino, which means that your teachers can't watch what you're looking at. So that's what everyone had. They all have VPNs, so they could all look on their computers, and they wouldn't know what you're looking at. So a friend told me that they wanted to download one of those for me, and I said, yeah, no, I'm okay, because I feel as if though I don't really need that. I don't really look at anything else when I'm in class.
Okay.
But this one friend came to me and said, oh, okay, well, I have this game installed on my computer, and it's just on a flash drive. So, do you want to play this game?
Oh, no.
And it was called Cuphead. It's a very popular
Oh,
game.
Cuphead.
It's like an arcade game. But basically, you just download it from the flash drive into your computer. And so I was thinking, okay, this should be fine, because,
Wait, so
they'll
you
know.
pirated a copy?
Exactly. So not only did I do that, but I also pirated a copy of the game. I put it on my computer, and I wasn't the one that did it myself, because I was like, yeah, no, I don't know about that. I'm okay, thank you. But I guess when I wasn't looking, he did it for me anyway, because he thought I wanted it, but I didn't want to deal with it.
So he was a loser.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know if it was a loser. Until this day, I still don't know who it was that did it to me. You know what I mean? I never got told.
I mean,
the answer.
probably that guy.
I just don't remember who did it because they never told me they were doing it. One day I just have it on my computer and I'm like, all right, cool. I never play it because again, it's pretty obvious that I'm playing a game. All of a sudden I'm with my my computer has an issue, so I have to go to IT. And IT, when they give my computer back, says, "Hey, listen, we contacted the vice principal. There's an issue with your computer. We saw something was downloaded on it." And I'm like, okay, but I don't know what that means for me. Can I get my computer back? And he goes, so basically, we told him, and you have to give it back from him. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to the principal's office, and I think I've done nothing wrong because I haven't been caught playing this game. I haven't been downloading anything that would, mess up the computer. My issue with the computer was that I wasn't charging. And so I show up to the office, and he says, well, basically, we found this game on your computer, and, you're not allowed to download anything on your computer, you know that, right? And I'm like, okay. Again, I wasn't the one who downloaded it there. I didn't know about that. And I wouldn't even know how to do these things. So not only did he find the computer game on my computer, but he also found one of those VPNs that I had no idea was on my computer. So then I was telling them, it wasn't me, sir. I don't know anything about that stuff. Again, you can look at my track record. I've never been in detention once. No one has problems with me. It seems like this is all a bit far-fetched. I don't think I've done this on purpose. You would know that, but it wasn't out of malicious intent. And then so he says, yeah, but when you signed that form in the beginning of the school year, you left yourself liable to anything that was downloaded on a computer. So you have to pay the price now.
So
You have to get
extra.
attention. And I'm like,
So stupid.
I'm like, okay. Again, it wasn't me who did it though. Punish the guy who did do it. And he goes, do you know who did do it? And I'm like, I don't know. If I did, I would tell you because again, I don't want suspension. And he was like, yeah, well, I'm sorry. It is your first time.
You didn't remember the kid's name?
I have no idea who did this. Again, it's really annoying because I have no idea.
But that kid who told you that he had a copy
I don't
of
know
it.
who it was. Literally.
The two of you should have went down to the lobby,
Yeah.
stood there, and there he is.
Yeah,
Points.
Oh my
There he is.
God. Yeah.
That's him.
Literally, that's what I should have done.
Boo that man.
I was so mad. And so apparently, he said, listen, there is no getting out of this. We already called your mom. And I'm like,
What?
Why? I don't know what I did wrong. It was the IT that gave you this computer, and they still had no problem with the computer anyway. So, why am I at fault here? Did nothing actually happen that was wrong? No teacher came to
That's
you,
the
told
thing
me I
is-
was playing this game. I was doing just fine before this happened.
You weren't informed.
So
of
my
it.
punishment was in-school suspension for a day. And my mom thought that it was something Addison was doing on the computer, so she got really upset. And I was trying to like convince her it wasn't. I'm like, no, mom, it wasn't. They would have told you what it was. They told you it was a game, right? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, there you go. And she goes like, well, why'd you do that? And I'm like, I didn't do that. And so then she felt as if though I had the right punishment because she was saying, well, you should have read the contract they gave you. And I'm like, you really want me to read that 8-page contract? No, I'm not reading that.
It was like, you want me to read it again?
So she thought it was deserved what I got, and that was my story. I got suspended before I ever got detention, and I thought it was insane. Everyone stopped by my room.
Suspension.
Was ISS fun,
Right?
though?
What happened?
Was ISS fun, at least?
No, it wasn't. It was
Oh.
actually really boring. I stand in a room where there's no one inside of it because no one else got ISS
You didn't
that
throw a
day.
gym teacher in there?
Nope, they just
Don't
threw,
you just eat your lunch in
they,
there too?
they threw a librarian in there.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, if I didn't pack a lunch, I had to run down the cafeteria. I only had 5 minutes. If I don't come back in 5 minutes,
That's
I have
cheap.
2 days in
Oh my
suspension.
god.
Yo,
so
that's not
I
fair
just didn't
at
eat
all.
that day.
Terrible. I'm
And then I tell my coaches because I had sports. They hated that. It was a very bad time for me. It was so annoying because, again, it was something that I wasn't at fault for. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. So
It's
why are we
alright.
talking about this?
Well, that's a great question, Jamie. The reason why I brought this up, and I would say it real quickly, is because these TikTok parents have to apologize for a video showing how to sneak toddlers on Disney rides.
Whoa.
That's right. A Florida family who went viral went to Disney, right? And they showed how to make their toddler meet the height requirements for certain thrill rides at the Disney theme park. And then I have to apologize for the quote-unquote shoe hack.
Knew it.
So what they did was they glued a flip-flop bottoms to their son's shoes so it'd meet the 38-inch height requirements for some rides.
Knew it.
So they really given their kid platforms to go to these rides
Oh my goodness.
without the height needed.
I
all
knew
right?
it.
Which is kind of dangerous.
That
I
is
thought that they would
dangerous.
be like inserts, not gluing. But still, like once you glue it onto the shoe, you kind of ruin that shoe forever.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, you do. So shout out to that family. Nowadays, if you put anything on the internet, it will be judged by the masses. It will find its way to almost everyone and anyone, especially if it's on TikTok. I don't know how things go viral there, but that algorithm just be hitting, I guess.
So who are they apologizing to? Disney?
Well, they had to. Basically, they were in uproar. Everyone, because
They
they thought
should
they were
be-
endangering their child.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
If they go on these rides and they don't meet the height requirements, they could be falling out anywhere.
Exactly. Like there's a
So-
reason for those.
and then
like, regulations.
that family will sue them because even though they're at fault, well, my kid was able to get on the ride, but it's your fault.
Yeah, so that's why the parents have to apologize. Not because of Disney or anything they said, was because all the people under their comments after the video went viral were very mad at them for endangering.
I
their
mean,
child like
Disney's
that.
not responsible for this one.
So shout out to the parents. Again, like I said, TikTok is dangerous. I'm telling you, this clout game is no joke. People will do anything for some fame, 5 seconds of fame, anything.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to go to Disney and you need a little bit of height, say you're shorter and actually are an adult, I don't know. Make sure you think about platforms. I guess they work. No one checks the bottom of shoes.
Crazy.
No one notices flip flops
Imagine doing that.
super glued to your shoes.
Imagine
Yeah, that
gluing
wouldn't
your
stand
kid
out.
Flip flops on the bottom of shoes. How do you think the kid feels about all this? Like, I imagine the kid is not that young. That's
think-
gotta be at least like.
I think the kid has no idea what's happening.
the kid has no idea.
kid has
you
no-
think they just took advantage of him? Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Could be right.
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably.
But yeah, that was the story. Shout out to those parents. Hopefully they do better next time and they know not to do that.